So, this is me, Mustafa, and you're watching the podcast of the album The First Pakistani Cowboy. I always wanted to do this kind of thing for the first Pakistani Cowboy ever since I made the She Was Her Own Worst Enemy podcast, which was released, I think, on 9th or 12th June, I think it was 12th June, which was the date of my graduation. So in this podcast, I will go through all of the songs and why I wrote those songs and what are the meanings of those songs. So we're gonna start off by Weeks of Water Umbrella. I'm recording this at 1:20 p.m. on 8th March 2026. Weeks Without Water Umbrella. That song was not meant to be the opening track for this album, but when I wrote this song, I was like, it sets the vibe for this album, and that's why I made it the opening track for this album. But you might wonder, like, what's the song? What is the song about? This song is about someone. It's about then you have to say goodbye to someone, but you don't want to. You don't want to, you don't want this to be over, but you have to. It's a forced goodbye, but without you don't even say goodbye to them. It's the worst kind of thing that I can ever happen to anyone. And you have to say goodbye to them, and you have to move on, but it has just been weeks. It hasn't even been a month, but you miss them. You miss them crazy. And you're just thinking about it, how it hasn't even been a month, but I miss you, and I miss you, Bella. And that's the song, I guess. Because, yeah. And, yeah. The music video for this song are clips from the film Paris, Texas. The second track on this album is called Black Spotted Owl. Now that's one of the songs from this album I came up with a story, and this is a story of a father who is away from his house and he's working there, and he fears that his kids who's working he's trying to give them a great life, but he fears that the kids he's working his ass off for might forget his name, might forget him, that he might forget that he exists, and he has to he has to forget the train back home for some reason, and he's his wife, and he everything reminds him of his house and his kids. The third track on the album is called Country. That's one of the songs which I don't even know what I wrote in them, but it's about how we can do anything for love. We can just do anything for love, and love is love. You love who you want to love, man. Like, you love who you love. That's on you. Nobody can tell you who you can love except God. But it's in you. I think nowadays it's dangerous to be afraid and to be who you really are, and that's the messed up part. But the next song is called Don't Leave Me Like This, featuring Taylor Swift. This song is about how you thought you were the mastermind. You thought you had figured everything out. You thought you you had figured the other person out. You were like, you were in charge now, but you were not, and you were just left there thinking, how you cannot leave me like this. I thought I had you figured out. And that's the thing about the song. I really like the song because how it was a collab with Taylor Swift after a long time. The last time we collabed was when, if you're not counting a Polish Girl remix, it was the original song, something like that. It was daily dose of drugs of an alcoholic with Crying at the Gym. So it was a great time. It was a great opportunity to go back to the studio with Taylor and work on a country song, because she started her career with country genre. The fifth track is called M&W, which also means man whore. But we're gonna call it M&W. The song samples Lana Del Rey's song A&W, and that was the song. That was the inspiration behind the song. The song was first called My Fastest Cars, and the song is about how. Or wait, let me read the lyrics, because I don't want to get anything too wrong. So yeah, it's about how you as a kid, or how you as now, are so done with your life, and you're like, just, you have not done so much in your life, and you don't know what you're doing right now. And this song is really personal song, but this song also talks about how people call you something, like people think you are, and they call you, but you never confirm that, or you never, what do you call, I forgot the word for that, but you never kind of confirm their beliefs about you. And I really like the line, it's not about having a bitch as a decor, this is a car of an all-time man whore, because this song was first called My Fastest Cars. So yeah, and then it also talks about pornography and the insecurities, and look at my body fades to a single line when I look sideways. And then the second part of the song is sampled A&W, and that's where I say, twinkle twinkle little star, I really know who you really are. And I hate that part for some reason. I don't know, I think I cooked on that part of the song. Next track is called Wildest Horses. Now this is personally my favorite song on the album. This song is about how, in the process of someone's lost, or someone being so bad or so down, and someone being so, how do I say, someone, in the process of someone being sad or depressed, they're lost it all, they have nothing else to lose, but in the process they lose themselves and you, and they think that they have nothing else to lose, but you always have something to lose. It can be your friend, or your mind, or your life. Then you cannot lose anything, because you've lost everything if you die. This is one of the closest songs on this album I've written. So yeah. And in this song also, that the person who they thought they would never lose, that's the perspective. The perspective that person is that he's like, they're like, okay, you thought you would never lose anyone else, but you lost me, because it was a tough time for you, and you thought you had nothing to lose. You had me to lose, and you lost me. And now when you've lost me, oh, I think we can, like, you like, we once danced in Emerald Bay, and we were known for kissing in the basements of our buildings, but it's never too late. We can meet someday again for coffee. Yeah, but I really like this song. Really love it. The seventh track on this song, or seventh track on this album, is called My Home and Fields, which is about my school, where I graduated. And it's just not, you cannot just, for me it's about my school, but for I believe when you put your art out on social media, it's no longer your art, it's everybody's art. They can take whatever they want on your song. It can be your breakup song, but it can be their love song or something. But this song is about, for me, it's about my school and how when I graduated, I was really, like, really weird. It was like a weird feeling. I spent like 4 years in like there, and I was like, I was a quiet kid. I did not have that many friends, right? And I was not that. I was like really introvert, but still, I wanted to spend another week there. I was like, no, it cannot just end like that, man. But it can also be like when you have to. If I think like how would someone else think about the song? I would think that they think that it's about how you have to move from a place. You're forced to move on from a place, but you still want to stay there. You still want to spend a week there, a month, or a year. Or you cannot just leave them like that. Even though you do not talk, you made some good ass memories that you just want to spend one more week there. And I really like this song also. It's a close one. 8th track on this album is called Pakistani Cowboy's Interlude. Now this is one of the songs which were never planned, and just I came up with this song like after something happened to me. And this song is like one of the only songs where, or not one of the only, but I think one of the songs where I really go deep into my insecurities. For example, the last time I ever did that was Depressed on the Weekend Night. It's the title track, and I did not even go that deep into the insecurities thing. But this song is really, like, and I'm like, let me pull up the lyrics first of all. For example, like, people say I have the best hair for some reason, but for me, I can't even style it. My face, I'm like super insecure about my color. My face, color of my face, they're like dark spots everywhere, but my body is white for some reason. That's brighter color than my face, and I don't like it. I feel like I just don't like it. Like, why am I like that, bro? And then the lines like, you only can see my eyes in a dark place. I feel like I'm also insecure about my teeth. I feel like they're not that white, and when like this thing, like there's this thing where like in a dark place you can see when someone opens their white teeth, you can see them. But I don't even have that. And you can only see my eyes in a dark place. And I'm also insecure about my height because I look like a midget, bro, and I like stopped growing, and I'm stuck at like what 168, 169, I'm not gonna say 167, but like I'm stuck there. I have not grown since, and look at my legs, scared to wear shorts in public. That's my biggest insecurity is body hair. I should not have that much of body hair, but I do. I have like chest hair, leg hair, and bruh, why I'm super insecure about that. And that's why I like don't wear shorts that much, because I feel like I have a lot of hair. but I keep them more secret. So I just tell them they're my stuffed toys. I have two stuffed toys. One is a pillow I made in textile when I in like 2019 or 20. I was in grade like what 3 or something, or I was not in 4. I think I can also be in 4, but I made that and I kept it since because I thought it was cool. And then I had a toy when I was a kid. I had a toy when I was in Pakistan. I had it, and I did not name it, but I think I named it. I think it was Omar. But when I came here to Sweden, I lost it, and then when I traveled back to Pakistan in like 2023 or 24, I think it was, and like late 2023, like December or something, about early like 2024, I think it was. I brought it back, I found it, and then now here I named it Peter after a Taylor Swift song because I love that song so much. I'm scared of the dark and I still believe because I don't have much to say, man. I don't. I've become a like the most introvert I've ever been. That's the bad thing, it's not something to be happy about. Like now I don't have anything to say, man, but I feel like I used to be really better, and I was so ahead of a curve, the curve became a sphere. The ninth track on this album is called